Welcome to your Rallio dashboard training for retro fitness. Today we're going to be going through some of the need to knows when logged into your Rallio account on a desktop. First and foremost, you're going to notice a profile icon on the top right hand corner of your screen. If you click on this is going to show you where you can change your password or pop into your notification settings if you ever wanted to receive an email alert when you get any kind of reviews, recommendations, as well as an option to see a monthly report. Now, once you go ahead and click on everything you want on or off, go ahead and click Save at the very bottom. So, first tab that you're going to see when you log into your Rallio account is going to be your location profile. Now, in your location profile, you're going to get an easy layout of all the social media pages you already have connected in your account. So for example, this page is connected to Facebook, Twitter, Google My Business, Instagram, and Yelp. Now, you also have a date range that you can select to see any kind of growth, how many followers you gained. Just by clicking back on this calendar, we're going to go ahead and look at February. So here you can see in February there was 2 followers lost, and it looks like February's engagement dropped a little bit comparing from March. Now, if you scroll down, you're also going to see your top performing post during that time period as well. It's going to let you know how many reactions, how many shares, and how many comments. If you ever wanted to open up that specific piece of content in a new tab, go ahead and click on this link button, and it's going to open up a new tab on your browser. Or if you ever, for some reason, wanted to delete that post, you're going to see a little X check mark right next to that. Now, let's lead into one of the most important parts when logging on to the desktop version of Rallio. You're going to see a little button on the top right-hand corner labeled Create Post. Now, by clicking this, you're going to be able to create any kind of local content that you want to be published to your page. Now, say for example, you have pictures of members in your gym and you want to get the word out that you have, some kind of promotion running. Well, this is going to be the place to go. Now, you'll see all the connections you have. You can either check these on or off depending on which platforms you want to post to at once. For testing purposes, we're going to post to all 3. Now, in here, you're going to see your text box. Now, this is where you're going to write your caption, you're going to add in those hashtags, and even maybe sometimes your phone number that people can reach you at directly at your gym. Now, you're also going to notice an Images tab. Now, if you click on Images, you're automatically going to be pulled up to this selection. You can click on Select Images, and it's going to pull up your browser's image library. So you can choose any kind of photos you already have downloaded on your computer, or you can click into Brand Images. Now, the awesome thing about Retro Fitness is they already upload photos for you to use at any time. So say, for example, you don't really have anything to post right now, but you definitely want to get a post on your social media page. Go ahead and click in your brand images and select any picture you like just by clicking Use Image. Now that's going to automatically pop up that picture, and if you scroll down, it's going to show you exactly what that post is going to look like on each platform. So that was Facebook, this is Instagram, there's going to be a double photo right here, and then Twitter. You're going to also see that as well. Now that we have a picture imported in there, next step is going to be scheduling it out. Now, right here, you have the option to actually schedule it out ahead of a time. Say you have a strategy, you have something that you're ready to post on April 1st because a promotion's coming out that day. So go ahead and click on April 1st, and then you have a time. So it's important to remember that there are specific times of the day that perform better than others. Depending on your brand, always feel free to reach out to corporate for some ideas on what time work best. But for testing purposes, we're going to go ahead and click 3 p.m. Now, you're going to see a couple different options down here. You could either save to your database, and this is going to save that post as a draft that you can always go back into later and schedule when you're ready. Or you're going to schedule your post if you actually did want to post ahead of time, so April 1st. Or if you're ready to go, you want it to post automatically, go ahead and click on Post Now. But since we scheduled it out for April 1st, I'm going to go ahead and click on Schedule Post. Now, scheduling the post is going to lead me into our next tab, and that is called the queue. Now, in the queue, you're going to see any kind of content that you have scheduled ahead of a time. So just like Netflix or Spotify has a queue to show you what's playing next, Rallio has a queue to show you what's posting next. Now in here, you'll notice corporate content that's being scheduled out. You'll see your content that you scheduled yourself. And if you ever wanted to edit a caption or add anything in once it's already been scheduled, you can do so here. Right here, it's going to show you all the platforms you're going to be posting to, as well as the date and time. Say, for example, you wanted to change that date. You definitely can do that as well. You can choose April 4th, and it's going to automatically update it here, and it's going to be posted on April 4th. If you like a visual thing and you want to see a calendar, we have that as well. It'll just show you, what days, what is getting posted on your pages. So up next, we're going to drop into our Analytics tab. Now in our Analytics tab, this is going to be a little bit of a deeper dive into content, analytics, and statistics. So this is going to show you, what posted on your page already, how many impressions that post received, and how many engagements that post received, as well as the rate. So you obviously want to see, impressions are how many people are seeing your post on a newsfeed. This doesn't necessarily mean people are interacting with it, but people are seeing it. Now, engagement is going to be the amount of people that actually reacted to your post. So like, comment, share, that's all going to go here. Now, rate is how many times people saw it compared to how many times people engaged with it. So it just gives you an idea of what's performing well and what may not be performing well. Now, if you ever wanted to drop into specific platforms, say you only wanted to look at your Facebook posts, you can do so right there. As well as impressions, you can look at organic versus paid. Paid impressions are anything that's boosted through Facebook. And then you can also choose a date range as well. So say you wanted to look at last month, you can do so here. Now, next tab we're going to go into is the Profile Analytics tab. Now, this is going to be able to show you how many people are actually clicking on to your Facebook profile per day. So by March 12th, 11 people clicked on. March 13th, 20 people clicked on, and as you notice, there's a little drop here. So if you ever wanted to see, what content performed on that day when 20 people clicked onto my page, that's another way to pull some stats. Now we see website clicks. If you have your website already on your Facebook page, this is going to track how many people clicked on your website. Same thing with phone number. Everyone that clicked onto your phone number to give you a call. Direction requests, anybody who clicked on your address, and button clicks. If you have a button linked to your Facebook page, like a Learn More button, that's going to pull in that information as well. And if you scroll down, it's going to give you a total within that date range. It's going to show you gains. It's going to show you drops, just depending on whatever you selected right here. Now let's hop into our next tab, and that is our activity feed. Now in Rallio, you have the ability to comment back to anybody who left any kind of messages for your page, any comments on content, just by going into your inbox. You'll find your content here, and you can click on View Comments, and it's going to pull up exactly what somebody commented on your page. Now what you can do is actually click this thumbs up button, and that's going to like directly on your Facebook page from your account. Or you can click on this little curved arrow, and that's going to let you comment back to that person from the Rallio dashboard. So this mitigates anything having to sign on to Facebook, not having to remember a password anymore. It just makes your life a lot easier. Now, say you wanted to see that post on Facebook. You can go ahead and click on this Open Website Link button, and it's going to, again, open up a new tab on your screen, and you can see it directly on your Facebook page. Or you can actually delete it as well. Now, next tab we're going to go into is the Outbox tab. Now, in the Outbox, this is anything that's gone out from you, anything that you've posted, anything that's been published, and it's going to give you a little layout of how many reactions, shares, or comments were left on that. And then same thing, you can like, reply, open up in a new browser, or even delete it. Now up next is the Sandbox, and the Sandbox is a great tab to see what else is going on in the retro fitness world. What are other people posting? What may be working best right now? Say you need some ideas, for example, a holiday is coming up and you have no idea what to work with. Well, you can click on your Sandbox and you can actually go into top performing posts. You can even select a date range if you want to go back to last year and see what posted on a holiday. And then it's going to show you what is getting the top reactions right now on every single retro fitness page available. So everything that's connected in Rallio is going to pull in here. Now, the final tab in the activity feed is your reviews tab. Now remember, our Rallio strategist team is replying to your reviews on a daily basis. So these are being taken care of for you. However, if you wanted to create some personalized version of a response to your Google My Business reviews, Facebook recommendations, or Yelp reviews, you can go in here and you actually can reply directly to your reviews from the Rallio dashboard. So you'll notice a little pen. This is going to be an internal note. Now, an internal note will just leave some information for your strategist. If you have a situation that may have happened and you want the strategist to know a little bit more details about it, but you really don't want to answer the review yourself, go ahead and leave an internal note and save it for your strategist. That way they know exactly what happened in that situation. You'll also notice that you'll be able to reply to reviews through the dashboard as well. Now up next, we're going to drop into the database tab. Now in the database, you're going to see all of that content that's been posted, that's been scheduled, as well as draft content. So if you had something you weren't quite ready to post yet, it's going to be in here as well. And all you need to do is hover over this magnifying glass, click on it, and if that's the post you're talking about, go ahead and click edit and schedule post. It's going to pull you right back up into that create post screen, add in any kind of extra text you wanted to, and then schedule it out for that date and time, and you will be good to go. Now also in the database tab, you have an images library. Now in your images library, this is going to be exactly where you can go to find those brand uploaded pictures from corporate. It's just a different way to view them. As soon as you find the one you do want to post, you can click on this little arrow, and again it's going to take you to that create post tab. Go ahead and add in your own caption and schedule it out. Now say you wanted to upload your own pictures to your image library. These pictures will only be viewable by you, not to anybody else in the Retro Fitness brand, but you can click on this upload new button and it's going to open up your computer's files, and you can select whatever picture you already have in your files. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. And then same thing with images library. You also have a videos library as well, and corporate uploads videos for you to use too. So if you have a video that you wanted to use, go ahead and click that little arrow, and same exact process, it's going to open up that create post tab. Now, finally, we are going to drop into our settings tab. Now, if you're not so sure how to connect an account in Rallio, we have a social profiles tab. Now in here, you'll see you can connect any kind of account that you have access to. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google My Business, and Yelp. You'll notice if it is connected, you'll see a View Page button here, but if it's not, you have a Connect Now button here. Go ahead and click on that, and it's going to prompt you to sign in to whatever platform you want to connect. Super simple process, and then it's going to automatically be connected in Rallio. Now, last tab I'm going to drop into is the User Logins tab. Now, the user logins are two different accesses. You have admin access and limited mobile access. Now, anybody with admin access is going to be able to create content for your page. So if you have managers that you want to help run your page, or if you yourself, you want to run it and nobody else, just make sure they only have admin access. Now, limited mobile users are going to be people who can only upload pictures for you to use. They can't necessarily create any captions, but they can take pictures around your gym and then upload them for you to use later on. Now, if you do want to add either of these users, we have an Add New button right here, and all you would need to do is type in your email, first and last name, and the phone number, and they're going to get an activation link sent to their email. They'll just have to finish creating their account, add a password, and they'll be good to go, and they'll be able to log into Rallio as well. Well, that wraps it up for the Rallio dashboard training. I hope you learned lots today. If you ever have any questions, always feel free to reach out to support@rallio.com. Happy posting!